Tucked away in the valley of Los Angeles, 42 miles northwest of Disneyland, sits a tiki bar with a 78-drink challenge called the Grog Log. Drink all 78 drinks within 1 year, and you get a plaque with your name on the wall. Let's join two thirsty friends for a little Mai Tai as they embark on a drunken journey through the log and talk about dumb shit like theme parks, drinking, and drinking at theme parks.
Welcome to My Time. I'm your host, Dave, and joining me on this booze-filled journey is my co-host and best friend, Corey.
Hello.
I want to get right into the episode because we have an amazing guest, but just in case this is the first episode that you've ever listened to, I wanted to bring you up to speed on what we're doing here. You might be asking yourself, what the hell is a Grog Log challenge? The Grog Log is a tiki drink recipe book made up of 78 historical tiki drinks. Some of them are really tasty, but some of them are gnarly and taste like medicine. But if we drink all 78 drinks within a calendar year, we get our names on the wall. As of this episode, we are nearly 3 months in and 17 drinks down.
We are chipping away at this Grog Log.
So every episode, we take down a drink or two from the log and talk about Disneyland or Universal or Horror Nights or basically any type of themed entertainment.
The nonsense we would be talking about anyway.
So with that, let's get over to the Tonga Hut and take down some drinks with our guest, Mike Mitchell. All right, we are back at the Tonga Hut, and we are ready to start grog logging.
We're back.
We have a guest, and we're not one of those podcasts that keeps people silent for 20 minutes because we're
fired.
But I will say that we're in a very, very small booth together.
Yeah, so it's kind of, it would be hard
It would
to
be,
not.
it would be more awkward to not address the other person. So
I am trying to angle this table. I'm doing a bad job. I think it is stuck to the floor. It's stuck to the floor.
Maybe because it's nailed down, maybe because of years and years and years of tiki juice.
Yeah, it could be. It might just be stuck to the floor. Yeah.
Sticking to the floor.
Yeah.
That voice that we're joined by is Mike Mitchell.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming. You were just in Twisted Metal.
I was just in Twisted Metal.
You know him from Love. You know him from Doughboys.
Bruise Brothers.
Bruise Brothers. Goth Fitness.
Goth Fitness.
If you're a
Ryan Stanger.
Yeah, if you're a 4 a.m. Adult Swim aficionado, and you know him from Goth Fitness, we wanted to have Mike in because the times that I've talked to you, we talk about Mai Tais.
Yeah.
And then last time I think I saw you in person was pre-COVID. I saw you at Galaxy's Edge, Disney World.
Yeah, I was going to...
World.
I was going to their tiki hut, basically. I was going to the...
Oga's
Cantina.
Yeah, Oga's Cantina. So basically, we make our show for the people in the middle of a Venn diagram of tiki and Disney. And I feel like you're there with us.
Oh, I love it. I mean, it's funny because I'm wondering if I went to the better actual tiki place in
Trader Sam's.
Trader Sam's.
Trader Sam's.
Wait, were we at Disney World or was it?
We were at Disney World.
Disney World. Yeah, that
on
was
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Yep.
It's so funny.
And I was with my mom and sister, my godparents' family, and they're all like tiki stuff too. So it was.
Yeah, is your mom a big tiki drinker?
My mom likes tiki stuff, and she likes like Mai Tai. She loves cocktails.
Yeah.
And she's been to the tiki tea with me. She's never been here, and now I'm like, I need to take her here the next time she's in town because I think this is a great experience too.
Oh yeah, she won't see anything in here for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Our eyes are just finally adjusting, and we've been here for like 30
I
minutes.
literally knocked a drink over before we started onto the Zoom. I should know that. Someone has like a light on right now, and it's like I'm like trying to look at it to take in the light.
I'm also getting a little bit worried because it's a black light.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't want to see. I don't want to know.
I don't want to see what's on.
Whatever comes up on my clothes. Don't worry about it.
Speaking of sticky things on the floor, we don't want to know.
Or I'm just like, Corey, I don't think we can ever go back to Tonga again. Did you see that place once they turned on the black light?
And also, I went to, when my mom came out here when I was, God, this is like the first few years I was out here, but was it Trader Vic's that was at the
Trader Vic's was in Beverly Hills.
The Beverly, it was at the hotel, right?
Yeah.
So I did get a Mai Tai there before it closed, because now it's closed, right?
They're all closed. They're all now, we found out that they're in Atlanta,
Yeah.
San Francisco, and Dubai.
Oh wow.
It's like
Like
it's all
multiple locations in
it's
Dubai.
My three favorite vacation destinations.
like, next time you're in the United Arab Emirates, like hit up like the multiple Trader Vic's.
There was like 3 or 4 of them there. Yeah.
But Mike, you've been here before. Like
I've been here multiple times. I started a Grog Log with my ex-girlfriend,
right?
And then we broke up, and it just sat in there like a sad artifact in a tomb. And
See, when Andrew T was on with us,
yeah,
he's like, "You guys, these drinks are delicious. You're not gonna have any problems. 78 drinks like this in a year." But then I'm like, Andrew, life gets in the way. Sometimes,
Yeah, like you can't just come here, drink 10 drinks, and be like, great.
even if you just were like, I'm going to do one of them a week.
Right.
I mean, like, and you're drinking at a tiki bar every week, which is
I know
a lot.
Yeah.
we might get divorced with our wives.
Because of it.
I don't know if this is gonna last. I guess if we get divorced, I'd probably be here more.
Yes, it's true. I feel like it could be
that's
it could
true.
be a good thing for the podcast.
It could let us fly.
I don't know if it's good for your life
No.
in general.
She's been nothing but supportive.
Yeah.
We get a divorce anyway, and then I knock
Just
this thing out in 2
She
months.
knows what she has to do. She has to help the podcast.
She's got to really let us get this going.
Do you remember any of the drinks that you had on the Grog Log?
I mean, I always get a Mai Tai when I'm here, and then I will do. When I came here last, I brought some guys from Quincy here who were visiting.
Oh, hell yeah.
And we got like a scorpion bowl and Mai Tais, and
fun.
Do you feel weird about sharing a bowl with your friends?
then I love it. I think it's. I mean, like it always just turns into a race for us, so it's
Right.
like we get messed up.
Like
Basically,
a couple dogs like fighting for food.
I mean, it's like it will be like 4 of us, and we'll drink it in 2 seconds.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're always
haven't shared a bowl.
dangerous.
We've never shared a bowl. I don't know. I'm probably a little bit weird about that.
They're huge, though.
You don't want my
they're,
germs?
No, but that's the thing. If I'm gonna exchange germs with anybody, I mean, it'd be my best friend and Mike Mitchell.
Well, if we do a scorpion bowl, you're in for a
treat.
night.
Yeah. Are there any bowls on this list?
I don't think there
Do I-
are on the...
On the Grog
I
Log?
don't think
Is
there
there a
are.
bowl?
What's on there? Like, I feel like I've had like all the regular ones of like Planter's Punch and a zombie and
Yeah.
and,
the-
like
The Scorpion Bowl is on here, and we have not
Scorpion-
had it
All
yet.
right.
Oh,
You said it. You
wow.
called it. All right. Maybe we'll.
Maybe
Yeah,
we're
so-
doing that.
my buddy Wu, Adam Wu Tang, we call him.
Yeah.
He owns a restaurant called Majestic Dragon, and he has great Mai Tais that will like knock your. When I say knock your socks off, I mean like they'll get you drunk.
They're not good.
Oh no,
but-
they are very good. I mean, like
It tastes good.
They're so good for how strong they are
Yeah.
Right.
too, because you don't even taste how they're great Mai
Yeah.
Tais.
Well, we're talking Mai
Speaking
Tai.
of-
Yeah, speaking of Mai Tais. So what I know about Mike is that he loves a Mai Tai.
It's my favorite drink.
It's his
Is
favorite.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, that's what we're doing today. We know that.
I mean, it's a sugary. I do like sweet stuff. That's what I want.
yeah. What we've learned is that Mai Tai is just the catch-all. And like,
Sure. Yeah.
I
And
want.
a lot of restaurants in Mai Tais catch all for just like
It's
a
just
cheeky
juice and rum.
themed
Yes.
drink.
I was with someone recently who were like, "What's in a Mai Tai?" Because, I mean, there's 2 types of Mai Tais. Obviously, there's like the real way to make it,
Right.
and then there's pineapple juice and orange juice and rum.
Yeah.
That's like if you go to like a TGI Fridays or something.
Yeah, and we have good versions of Mai Tais here with us. Let's drink them.
Do you have a cheers you like to say with friends?
Not really. I mean, I was about to say slanch, but you guys did the St. Patrick's Day episode.
Go for
Do
it.
it.
Yeah.
No, just cheers. That's what I
Okay.
like.
All right. Well, good. Cheers.
I'm a Boston guy. Cheers works.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Like the show.
Exactly like the show. That's a good Mai Tai. I like
It's a
it.
good Mai Tai.
Oh,
It's your standard. We have a little rating system we go through.
Mm-hmm.
So we also like to say this is the standard Crayola crayon cheeky color.
yeah, yeah.
They're all
It's
kind of
just
that
like
same color,
everybody
brownish.
We are very bad at describing drinks for our audience.
And we didn't know what the glasses were called. People are
Yeah.
roasting
So
us.
I mean, like, okay, so it's a Mai Tai. You know what a Mai Tai looks like. You've seen a Mai Tai before, but this one is like cloudy, like brownish, yellowish, brownish.
I love it. This one is like, I feel like sometimes you get a lighter Mai Tai that's a little lighter. This is like thick. You can feel the booze and the
You can feel
juices
booze.
in there.
Yep.
And you can taste that orgeat.
Orgeat. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've tried to make some Mai Tais at home, and I've like,
Did you try to make your own orgeat?
I never try to make my own orgeat. No, God, no. I did. I like bought some of like the 8-year reserve. There's like a rum that's like the rum to use when you make a Mai Tai.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I forget the exact name of it.
I don't know.
I think it's Appleton Estates 8-year reserve
Yeah.
or 12-year reserve. There's one that's like, this is the best one for Mai Tai.
Well, the original Mai Tai used like a secret blend of rum that no longer exists.
Right.
Sure. Yeah.
So people have tried to like recreate
Yes.
that original rum and
Yeah.
that blend, and they have gotten it close. And then some people have come out with their own rums. I don't know. The taste can vary so greatly depending on what type of rum that you use.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I have 3 different Appleton Estate rums at my house now, and then I have the dry curacao. That's the the dry curacao is the one that
Falernum.
no, I'm sorry.
Fernet.
Fernet?
Oh no, it's a company name. Like Fernet.
Florida Con. No?
Florida. No,
Florida cum. Did you say?
Florida cum.
Con. Is it
Florida con. Florida cum.
I thought you were saying Florida
Florida
cum.
Well, that's what we saw on the black light.
I was just shooting back to that.
Okay.
Oh, that's it. It's Pierre Ferrand dry curacao. That's the one that supposedly you're supposed to when you're making Mai Tais.
Here's what the Grog Log says about the Mai Tai. It's just got lime juice, curacao, orgeat, rock candy syrup, Jamaican rum, and Martinique rum. And then this is what Trader Vic said on Mai Tai. Anyone who says I didn't create this drink is a dirty stinker.
Well then.
There's a fight on who invented the Mai Tai.
Interesting. Well, every place, like, because a lot of places won't tell you like their exact proportions and stuff like
Right.
that. Like,
So
they're very-
Trader Vic Bergeron, no relation to
Tom Bergeron.
Tom
Tom
Bergeron,
Bergeron.
We looked
which
up.
I looked up on
We had like a
the
20-minute
pod.
rant about
It is a bummer that his name is Trader Vic
No,
Bergeron.
but we did find out a whole bunch. I found out a lot about
Tom Bergeron.
I found out
That's rules.
25 like things that you didn't know about him.
It's funny that I was like, it's a bummer if his Trader Vic Bergeron and then being like, yeah, Tom Bergeron's cool. I got to make up my mind on Tom Bergeron, I guess.
Wait a minute, maybe his name isn't even Bergeron. Maybe he changed it
Just
to Bergeron. Would you change your name? Was that ever a
My
thing?
name is very,
Because it's very.
we're like very just Mike
you're
Mitchell.
you're the 29th Mike Mitchell.
Yes,
on
I'm on IMDb. There are
What?
a lot of other. Everyone calls me Mitch, and then when I first started working at The Simpsons as an assistant, and that's like where I got like a credit.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna go by like Michael D. Mitchell, and then I was like, I'm not gonna keep doing this in my acting career. Everyone calls me Mike,
Like
So I
Michael
just-
B. Jordan. Like
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan. It does
Michael
feel
D.
like
Mitchell. I
it
like
adds
that.
it adds some sort of air to it.
Yeah. I just remembered something else that we worked together on, but we didn't know each other.
What's that?
Shark.
Oh wow.
We worked on Shark together.
Shark.
Shark.
James Woods.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. James Woods. You're still friends with James. Right?
Yeah, oh, of course. I never stop. I mean, love that guy. His politics are great. I worked in post, and it was funny because you go in and you see him being mad and kind of like cantankerous, and we cut, and then a James Woods is just like, motherfucker. Like, it would just feel like, ugh,
Oh,
this
God.
guy is an unpleasant man.
Yeah. I
He's
worked
angry.
there. I worked there before I got my first job in comedy.
Okay.
Was just like I had some great bosses that just
Who did you work for over there?
Jeff Downer. Funny
Who's that?
story about Jeff Downer.
Yeah.
Love the guy. Great guy. One of my favorite bosses. There was an assistant to the showrunner.
Yeah.
Worked in a cubicle outside his office. And we would talk to one another all the time. And one day he called me a Debbie Downer. He's like, oh, Dave, you're being such a Debbie Downer. Jeff Downer had never seen the SNL sketch Debbie Downer.
Oh.
And he came out and he said, are you fucking talking about my sister? And my buddy Mike was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I heard you call Debbie Downer. What the fuck does that mean? Why are you fucking calling her Debbie Downer?
Oh my God.
And then he's like,
How the hell did he not get this term?
you're talking about my sister. And he's like, Jeff, there's a huge misunderstanding.
yeah.
And we had to like play the sketch for him, but like it ruined his day.
Like-
Was his sister's name Debbie
His
Downer?
sister is Debbie Downer.
That's unfortunate for her.
All right, should we do a Grog Log drink?
Wait, we do need to rate this though and finish talking
Okay,
about it.
fucking, a Mai Tai. How are you gonna have a show called a Mai Time and not give a Mai?
We normally do like a 1 out of 5
Okay.
rating.
Mm-hmm.
5 being the best, obviously.
It's a 4 for me. Like a
4?
classic. A Mai Tai is a great drink. I have a show called Mai Time. I like to spend my time with a Mai Tai and with my friends.
Yet you're giving it 4 out of 5. No,
Interesting.
perfect
Yeah.
score. Interesting.
I feel like I can, like a 5 is just something that I'm always going to chase.
I feel like the 5 will feel when it's the 5.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
All right.
I think that you're gonna always chase the other thing and never find it because I think the Mai Tai
It's it.
is to me is it. Yeah. There's a lot of delicious drinks here, but I can drink like 3 of these, maybe 4 if the night's, but like other drinks here, I could not.
No,
have
it's a one and
It's
done.
a one and done.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, people have seen me devolve on this show. That's the thing. I get very drunk very quickly.
Yeah.
The first thing that goes is my speech. Like I immediately
Which
start.
is good for a podcast.
Yeah, which is great. Okay, but what do you rate the Mai Tai?
I give this a 4.5.
4.5?
Yeah.
All right.
I can agree with Mike.
4,
It's like
4.5, and 5.
All right.
I think it's
we're
like the
there.
quintessential tiki drink. It's delicious. Could have more than one and be fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So what do we want to do next? Do we want to do
Dealer's choice. Or
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's
Up
choice
to you
or-
guys. I'm
do
down
you
for
wanna do-
whatever.
You're the guest.
Do we want to try the Scorpion Bowl? I mean, I don't.
I mean, it's up to you. Truly, I would do dealer's choice. I would do that. It's up to you guys. I'm down for whatever.
Corey.
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. Okay, I'm going to say dealer's choice.
You can tell them dealer's choice, and that includes any bowls.
All right, I'm going to get up. I'm going to go ask for dealer's choice. I'll be right back. While I'm gone, why don't you guys keep talking? Mike, do you do any horror nights or anything
I
like
was
that?
just going to ask him that.
Universal Horror Night. and
Oh.
stuff like that. I haven't done it in a while, but
You should come with us this year.
Oh, I love it. I haven't.
Corey
been
is
in forever.
endless information about horror nights.
I'm like obsessed with horror nights.
Horror Nights is great.
Yeah.
How do you feel it's been? Because it was back in the day. I loved it. It's crazy packed now, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you kind of have to do like the express thing or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Like he went with me and like a group of friends for the first time last year, and like he was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this or whatever. I was like, listen, you'll go through the first house, you see what it is, like you'll be okay.
Yeah.
You'll appreciate the theming, you'll appreciate the effects, you'll be like laughing scared. And that's exactly what happened. And now I go to Orlando every year too to do their horror nights. And
Wow.
they're very different.
What is Orlando bigger or is it?
Yeah. It's weird because you would think Hollywood would have a better, bigger budget
Sure,
because it's
yeah.
on a back lot and like
Yeah.
an actual working studio. But that is not the case. One of the big IP houses Dave and I are expecting to see this year or hearing may happen is Ghostbusters this
do you think
year.
it's going to come back this year?
Oh, because
So-
of the one that just happened. Or
But
Oh.
yeah, and I've heard it's going to be like all the movies into one thing. Is
Interesting.
what I'm
Would-
hearing.
Would that be wild to be in a movie and then see somebody portray you?
Your likeness in a Horror
And
Nights
in,
house.
like, a
that
haunted
rules.
house?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you know what? I remember we did the remake of The Thing. I did
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Horror Nights. And I remember there was like a trailer for it, and then the next year there was a maze for it.
Yeah.
right.
And it was like characters from the movie. And it was like, oh, these are like character actors that do have. And that rules. I would love that.
You've now worked with probably the person that's in theme parks more than anyone, and Chris Pratt.
100%. He's the guy. He's the theme
He's-
park guy.
In so many rides. I'm close.
Guardians. I'm going to Disney on Sunday.
Oh, are you? Yeah.
And so I will see him air in the
Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout.
and as a
Yeah, I
walk
know.
around character.
and as a walk around, that does feel to me, you're gonna get the cranky side of me.
Yeah.
That feels too universal to me. I don't like Disney
Right.
doing. I'm Star Lord.
Yeah.
I don't like it. As
Also,
much.
I don't think that guy is very good at it.
like. Why are you having a walk around character that is like a human? It doesn't.
It is a little interesting.
Well, how do you
Yeah.
feel about like Jasmine and
That
Belle?
works
like,
more for me because they're
Cartoon characters.
Oh, okay.
Not a
So,
real life
okay. So
person,
you're not
yeah.
opposed to like the face characters, like the humans walking around.
Yeah. If it's
But-
if it's someone who's like walking around as a cartoon, I'm fine with it. I think it's like the
Oh,
Marvel movies.
oh my God! You've worked with Stephanie Beatriz.
Oh, 70 Beatrice is a theme
Oh,
park.
nice.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
now, like-
Disney. Yeah,
Jesus!
I know. I can't get it together. I want one. I want
Yeah,
one.
they gotta make you a theme park. So Pratt is Guardians.
Guardians of the Galaxy
Jurassic
Mission Breakout,
World.
Jurassic World,
Mhm.
Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind in Florida.
Yeah.
Jesus,
He's in a lot.
they don't have him in Nintendo Land.
No,
Thankfully.
because that's
I wonder. Yeah, I guess not. Yeah,
thank
the
God.
Mario voice.
Mushroom City, here we come.
Sorry.
What? Oh yeah, he's at Legoland. Emmett.
Oh, Emmett from
Yeah,
Legoland.
Yeah.
Yep.
I felt with the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. What is it? Not Mission Breakout, but the other.
The roller coaster one.
Wait, what's the Tower of Terror? Basically.
That's Mission,
Breakout.
Oh, that is Mission Breakout. Sorry. Mission Breakout, I still like the Twilight Zone version
Better?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hot take.
I know that like the ride is like more up and down and feels more like a ride,
Yeah.
but everything else in the Twilight Zone ride is like more fun to me.
But compared to the Orlando version of Twilight Zone Tower of Terror,
I like the Orlando Tower of Terror more
Right.
than I like Mission Breakout.
that's fair. That's
yeah.
fair.
Because it moves.
Yeah.
It's not. It moves. I think our Grog Log drink is ready. And then we're going to get our drink, and then we'll be right back.
What did we get? I'm excited to see.
I don't know. Dealer's choice.
Exciting.
So we got our second drink from the Grog Log. It's called a Noa Noa.
Wow.
It's
Is it a New Orleans-based drink?
No, it's not Nola Nola. It's Noa Noa.
Oh, Noa Noa. Okay,
Noa
great.
Noa, like a rainstorm's nemesis.
It's me at a Daily Show taping. It's an interesting name. I thought it was a Nola Noa, but Noa Noa seems like an island name. Yeah. It looks like it has a piece of lettuce in it.
It does look like it has a piece of lettuce in there.
Okay.
I'm guessing mint, right?
Or basil, maybe.
It looks like I'm about to drink a Coca-Cola. I mean, that's the color
it's a
of the
redder
drink.
color.
Okay,
yeah.
we got a Coca-Cola in a little shorty glass. Just their standard glass.
It's not that dark when you hold it up to the light.
It looks like almost like a ginger beer or
Sure.
It's like, yeah.
We're gonna taste it, and then I'll tell you what's in it.
Is it mint?
It looks like mint. It looks like a big giant piece
Is
of
it
mint.
mint?
Do your toast.
Okay, my toast is that I say is the Jesus Christ. What the fuck do I say? The drink's awake, so I'm awake.
Cheers.
Oh, dear. Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
It has that one component I don't like,
Is
is
it like anise or like
what's the one that tastes like licorice? Which I
black
actually,
licorice?
Black licorice.
which I do not. I don't mind it.
Here,
Let's
I've got a
read what's
fucking
in
book
it.
that tells us
It's
exactly.
the Italian drink, right?
Would you be shocked to know that that's not in it, but we're all tasting that?
It's a thing that I used to like when I was like a teenager. We'd
You thought it
steal
was
shots
cool.
of it.
Yeah.
Sambuca.
My
Is Sambuca
God.
in it?
No.
No.
I'm telling you guys, what we are all tasting does not exist in this drink.
Okay.
We have been Mandela affected by this fucking drink.
There is a component in it that I don't like.
It's the Demerara rum that you don't like.
Oh, interesting.
It's just like a molasses kind of rum. Here's what we got in this. The Noa Noa. It's lime juice, a tablespoon of brown sugar, bitters, 4 to 6 mint leaves. A lot of mint.
That's what
And
the
then
lettuce
Demerara
was.
rum. That's it.
1, 2.
So the bitters is probably what's
It's
The
bitter.
bitters is what's hitting you, I think.
Holy crap. It's 3 ounces of rum in this bad
What's
boy.
the dude's face look like?
The dude's face is fucked up.
Oh, great.
There's like this little tipsy.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
that's
sorry.
that's the strength of the
The
drink,
strength
basically.
of the drink. That dude is a little fucked.
He's doing
It
this.
feels like it feels.
As we all know, podcasts are visual mediums, so everyone saw that.
This is very dirty, but he has like an O face, basically.
Basically. Ooh.
They don't show you what his pants, what's going on below his
Yeah, there's
neck.
nothing below his head.
He's got the squiggle marks that like show that there's
I
something going.
don't hate it, but would I order it again? Maybe not.
No, sometimes
I don't hate it either.
Yeah.
It honestly feels like, to me, this feels like a grown-up Mai Tai. It's funny that we had a Mai Tai before. It's
Yeah.
like,
yeah, I kind of feel like it's a stronger version of what we
Like,
just drank,
it's
but
burning
it
my
doesn't.
throat a little bit,
yeah.
though, you know?
So, your friends that like booze, I feel like, would be like, I like
This is
this one.
booze. Yeah.
Yeah. Or people that are fucking lying to us.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
we based this on the Queen's Park Swizzle from the Queen's Park Hotel, Trinidad, circa the 1940s. So we are fucking back in time.
I
We're
like
living-
it. I think it's a good. I think it's an interesting one to land.
It's different, yeah.
We're
Was I crossing my fingers for a scorpion bowl? Because you've never had a scorpion bowl before.
I've had a scorpion.
Okay,
But not here.
not here.
Everybody was giving me non-scorpion bowl vibes.
Yeah, no, I think
Dealer's
you made
choice.
I think I like dealer's choice because it's interesting, and I've had the scorpion bowl so many times.
We could do a scorpion. I mean, like, I don't know. We'll just see where the night takes us, as most tiki nights do.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's
like
not
it.
bad.
That's what we found. This is why our podcast is like funny, because all of our drinks were like, it tastes like a tiki drink, and we
Yeah.
give it a 3.
I mean,
It tastes like a.
do you feel bad giving a Mai Tai not a 5 now
I
comparatively?
do. Well, this I
Comparatively,
would
this
say.
is
This
A 1 comparatively. But
Yeah.
I mean, like on its own, I wouldn't say it's a 1.
no, but I'd order.
Yeah.
I'd order this again. But is this my go-to? Absolutely
No,
not. Yeah.
agreed.
Yeah,
I like brown sugar. Like when you said brown sugar, I was like, oh, you can tell that there's brown sugar, and it's
Yeah.
it makes me feel good.
it
So
does.
good.
It is strong. I am feeling the buzz from
Yeah.
this more than I was the Mai Tai.
Yeah, the Mai Tai. Like now thinking about the Mai Tai, I'm like that shit was weak.
Comparatively,
comparison.
I don't know.
this
Am I who I just made fun of? Like I just made fun of the person that liked this drink, and now I feel like I kind of like it.
It is good, but I don't need to get buzzed like this right away, and I I don't need this taste in my life as much as a Mai Tai
Yeah.
taste.
A Mai Tai willingly would drink again. This,
Yeah,
Sure.
like, if
same.
someone bought it for you, okay, I'll drink it again. But like,
Sure, yeah.
And how much does the fact that we're just listening to the sweet grooves of Blues Traveler, like,
This is a great song.
I know, I'm feeling nice. Noa Noa. I'm in the 1940s listening to futuristic harmonica play. I'm enjoying my life.
This song hook is about the song itself. I think it's a very interesting song. It's
The hook takes you
Traveler's
back.
pretty good. I'm a Dave Matthews Band fan. I like Blues Traveler. Who am I going to make fun of for music if I like Dave Matthews Band? Everyone makes fun of Dave Matthews Band.
You're looking at a long-time Fish fan.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I mean,
I always
Same
forget you
world.
like fish.
oh, God, my high school days, I had a long hair, long flowing hair.
Holy shit! And
Crash.
Dave Matthews
Crash.
just
Crash is
playing.
on.
There we go. It's a sign. It's a sign to keep on with the grog log. Keep going. We were going to quit 5 minutes ago. Here,
This is-
Crash.
This is it's one of those drinks that you drink it and your mouth tastes dry.
Yeah,
That's like kind
it
of what it's
sucks all
doing.
the saliva out.
Yeah.
This would be a drink that, like, you go over somebody's house and they're like, hey, I'm making tiki drinks tonight. And you're like, oh, cool, dude. And then they make it and you're like,
this one's
oh,
interesting. Yeah.
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 Good, bro.
This is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, it's interesting. That's wild that you made that.
You're like, good for it.
Oh, I was gonna say I said off pod,
Yeah.
but for me, Guardians of the Galaxy in Disneyland, it's like fitting a square in a circle. It just doesn't work as much for me.
Yeah.
And then I
get that.
don't like Galaxy's Edge. I think that Galaxy's Edge could have been so much more than it was. I think
Here we go. Like I said, I bumped into Mike in Galaxy's Edge,
Yes.
Disney World,
On East Coast
on
Galaxy's
East
Edge.
Coast,
East
Batu East.
Batu East.
I've known that you have hated Galaxy's Edge for a while.
And I think anyone who argues this, I can't even see an opposing argument to it. I think you'll all agree. The Millennium Falcon ride is DOA. It's dead on arrival. It's not good. It's not a good ride. It's bad. They did a bad job. Star Tours is better than it.
The best
There's no
thing
doubt.
about it is the queue.
The queue is decent, but the ride itself, I feel like they boggled that so bad. And
Yeah.
you're right. Like being in the Millennium Falcon, like in
That's
that
awesome.
room, that's cool. And that to me is like the best part of it right before you get in.
But it's
But-
also shitty because, like, I've never taken my kid on it who would love it,
Yeah.
but you can't even sit next to them.
Yeah. It's
So I'm not taking him on there until he's much older because I don't know what would happen if he was sitting by himself.
Yes, I think they got too in over their heads of thinking like you're riding in the Millennium Falcon, but then also the only seats that are worth it are the two front seats where you're flying.
Everything else, you have to look to the side. You're
Yeah.
not even watching what's
Right.
going on.
Just a mess. I think that ride
It's a
straight
hot
up
mess.
sucks. I
And
don't like
because-
it.
And because of the fact they opened the land with only that ride,
Yes, yeah,
was
yeah.
a big swing and a miss.
yeah.
Like, how do you have a Millennium Falcon ride with a
Based in
new
a
story?
universe that
A new story.
No one knows.
I still to this day, I'm looking for a coaxium.
My thought about it is like, how is Star Tours such a better ride than the Millennium Falcon ride?
Well, now they have added lands that you go to. You can go
But
everywhere.
still,
That's what I'm saying.
I would take any of those earlier rides too. Star Tours is 1,000,000,000 times better than Smuggler's Run.
Yeah.
There's no doubt
I'm
in my
not
mind.
arguing.
We're not arguing.
It just is. It's a better ride.
Yeah.
The fact that when I think about Smuggler's Run,
Yeah.
that I even have the thought of, hey, when I'm walking on that ride, they really made it feel like I'm on the thing that connects an
To
airport.
like the jet.
The
Sure.
airport. Like
Yeah.
the fact
The
that
line, yeah. When you're
that I'm
in,
like, wow, I really feel like when I'm going on a Southwest flight. Like the fact that I'm thinking about that.
That
it
sucks.
It sucks.
But also the fact that you made a ride where you have somebody shooting and you don't have the side that pivots
Yes.
and actually looks at a screen.
well, why
and
isn't
shoots.
Chewbacca in there? Like they try to make it too they try to make it too intimate with like whatever 6 seats, but it's like
Well, they created characters just for fucking Galaxy's Edge,
I know.
which is wild to me. I mean, like maybe.
Technically, they didn't create
Okay.
the characters for Galaxy's
But
Edge. They were
Disney
part of like a graphic novel and stuff
You're-
Okay.
before that.
You're getting me so to the point where I'm just like Disney sucks. Like
They've made some interesting choices as of recent.
I mean,
That's
I
for
love
sure.
old school Disney. I love
Yeah.
Disney as a whole. I love Tiki.
Yeah.
And I love Trader Sam's. I do. I'll say this. The only thing I like in Galaxy's Edge, including the second ride, Rise of the Resistance.
I know we might disagree on this.
I know. I know. Like technically, the Rise of Resistance is like impressive, but I like the hot dog, the what is it?
The Ronto Wrap. The Ronto Wrap
is
fucking good.
That is what I like in
You're going to
Galaxy's
think
Edge.
I'm crazy. Have you had the Ronto List Ronto Wrap?
The veggie one.
The veggie one? No, people say it's very good.
It's really
it's
good.
Fucking,
I'm just keeping your dad in mind here, and I'm like, we can't talk about this bullshit for too long. I don't want Dave's dad
Don't worry,
to hate
we'll get
the
the
pod.
messages about it, and we'll read them back on other episodes.
Dave's dad, I'm on your side. I think that this is bullshit. What we're talking about right now.
Okay.
The veggie Ronto Wrap I heard is good.
It's got like kind of Mediterranean flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I love that. There's nothing about Galaxy's Edge that I like. I'll go on the record.
Yeah, the milk is also gross.
The milk is not good.
The milk is not good.
They tried.
And I'm not even playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
Having blue milk is probably a necessity at the park. Do
Sure.
You think, like
How
you
do
should
you
have
fuck
it.
that up?
No, but
Yes.
what do you want it to taste at a theme park?
It should taste better than what it tastes like.
Butterbeer tastes pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Like,
But
come on.
but butterbeer by nature is called butter beer.
But why can't blue milk taste like a Slurpee, or why does it
it
have
could
to
have
taste like
tasted-
floral or whatever it is?
It
Okay,
doesn't
I like
taste
blue
good.
milk. I don't like green milk.
The green milk is bad. That's the floral one.
That's a floral one.
Yeah.
The blue milk is just coconut milk, and
I will also say in Florida,
you can also get booze.
you can
in
get
that.
booze in them, and they
Yeah.
do taste better with booze. Does
Sure,
that sound
yeah.
bad?
No. They might
But
be
they
a mixer.
do. They do taste better.
So
I have one update. I think that this drink has gotten better with the mint leaves kind of sinking in a little bit, like
it's what we call the tiki two-sip.
Okay.
Like you have
I think-
little.
the Tiki Two-Sip is working pretty well for me.
and I'm gonna say I think that this drink has gotten better because I think now you're probably a little bit tipsy. It's now good.
Probably.
It's
I
now
mean,
good.
But also, I am getting a lot of mint, and the mint
The
does
mint-
work
I agree,
well
The
with.
mint blends well with
It
it.
cuts through the bitters or whatever.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you your question. Let me ask you my question.
Yeah.
My question to you is:
Yes.
walking into the land first time,
Yeah.
the first time that you saw it,
I was like, this is a very peaceful, mountainous thing that doesn't remind me of anything I've seen in Star Wars, is kind
Yeah.
of my thought.
and you're a very big Star Wars.
I'm a
fan.
Star Wars fan. I don't watch any of the new stuff. I am done with Star Wars because I cared too much and I didn't like
Fair.
the new movies. And I felt like a weird culture war that I didn't want to get involved with. Even though I said on the podcast I didn't like it. There was a weird Disney thing, like it came from the top where they were just like, we're going to talk about the new movies and not talk about the old movies as
That's
Right.
what
much.
they invested money in.
That's what they
Yeah.
invested money in, but it's also like those movies are the thing those are generational. People love those movies. Why
Yeah.
aren't you why is Darth Vader not walking around
Right.
It's
your
stupid.
land? It's so short-sighted, and it's also like banking on these other movies being hits. But if you walked into Galaxy's Edge and there were parts of it that were Hoth, and then you were in Endor, and they
Right.
spent money and they made 5 different lands and that were like Star Wars, and there was a cantina and all of that
Which I had heard was part of the original.
plan,
Yeah.
before they cut money because they're cheap. The cantina also, I have an issue with it too.
Same.
Sorry, it's like you go in there and they cut back because there were supposed to be characters at the bar. You should
Yep.
be able to sit at the bar. You should be able to eat. You should be able to take your time because if
Hell,
you just
they-
get in there, it's like 45 minutes. You gotta go.
This is the most
like,
heated
this
I've ever
sucks.
seen you. I love.
I'm mad.
It's like
I
the
love
2
it.
drink maximum now.
Yes.
45 minutes.
45 minutes. Also, like, aren't we in the business of being creative?
Yep.
Isn't that what that is? Aren't you supposed to go there and feel like you're in a cantina? And when I go there, I feel like I'm in a time-limited 45-minute thing
Yep.
where the robot does the same thing over and over
And you're
again.
being forced
and you're
out.
forced out. It's like, to
And
me,
you're
it's like,
getting poured drinks from a big container.
yes,
And none of them are good anymore.
I agree.
Yep.
Right. They were gonna have wampas at some point, like
Like
walking
a Wamba
around. Like,
ride.
How
instead of-
cool is that?
yeah, just walking around.
This to me is like, if I worked at Disney and they have billions and billions of dollars, I'd be like,
Right.
tear down Galaxy's Edge and put up a new
Oh,
Star
it's
Wars
a
land.
it's a complete teardown.
I think that there are plus sides, of course, to the, what is the second ride called again? Rise
Rise
of
of
the Resistance.
Resistance.
To me, I described it as like a boring warehouse ride through
Wow.
Star Wars, where I'm like, oh, cool. It is cool that there's an ATST here or something, but like, I'm just like sitting there and it's like not a thrill ride and not exactly like doing everything, checking all the boxes for a ride that's a dark ride for me. It's like kind of in between. And it's this trackless ride, which also I don't care about trackless. I don't think it has to be a trackless ride. I know that that's like where things are moving, but
I do like Rise of the Resistance for the record, but
sure. And look, that is a ride that they spent their money on that ride, I feel like, for sure.
And when everything is working on that ride and it's not working anymore.
But nothing is ever always working on that.
But also the other thing too is like, it's me, Poe Dameron. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Why aren't we hearing from...
Also, I think they did some really cool things on that ride where the pre-ride stuff is really cool. And here's where I will agree with you. I'm going to Disneyland for the first time. I'm
going Sunday.
I know my Magic Key expired.
I think I know what you're going to say. Are you going to get passes for Galaxy's
Well, here's what I'm thinking. I'm like, do I want to do this? And at one point, I thought that this was the best ride I've ever been on in my life.
Wow.
I was like, this ride is so revolutionary. It's so many different things that I've never done before. The scope of it is so cool. I haven't been on anything like this. And now I'm like, maybe I don't need to go on it.
I don't know if I ever need to go on it again.
I'm thinking like, do I need to spend the money to make sure that I'm not going to waste half my day in that line?
Can I just quickly say this? Space Mountain, Thunder Mountain, Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, all these rides I'm going on before any ride in Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, I could agree with that. My main issue with Galaxy's Edge is, why could we have not included all the classic characters?
Yes, that's also a huge part.
We did that with Avengers Campus.
Yeah.
There's living and dead characters in there.
Yeah.
So why did they choose to make Galaxy's Edge in this one point in time?
Yeah.
Which does not identify with most of the long-term fans.
Yeah. Which
it
to
makes
me is,
no sense
I think it's like a cynical Disney move of like, we're banking on our new movies being hits and that people were mixed on them. And it's like, you can't bottle magic. You can't. Star Wars is a 1 in a million thing, and you can't just be like, we're going to make more of the same and make it just as good, and people will care as much about it. They don't. It's the truth.
I just don't understand why we couldn't make a world where all these things exist.
I agree.
I don't.
It is kind of.
Rey should be walking next to Han Solo. It doesn't make any sense.
It is kind of. I was just about to say the exact same thing. It is kind of crazy that we have a legitimate Star Wars land. And you can't meet Han, Luke, Leia,
Darth Vader.
Yeah. It's huge mistakes.
Yoda.
Why is there not a little thing where you go and see Yoda talk like Hall of Presidents?
So okay.
Should we get one more drink?
I think yes, and I think that you should do a Scorpion Bowl because honestly, they're heavy,
I'm
but also...
I'm going to let the line die down, and then I'm going to get the Scorpion Bowl.
They're heavy, but also the three of us are splitting it, so...
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll be all right. We talked about a bowl. We have to do a bowl.
We got to do one bowl, I personally think.
Okay, so did we get your idea of what you would do with Galaxy's Edge?
It would just be different parts of Star Wars, so Cloud City. It's like, hey, look, there's a tower here. You go up to the Cloud City restaurant, get in an elevator. You actually go down. There's a restaurant underground, and everywhere you eat, there's just like a fake Cloud City all around you. You're eating in Cloud City.
Okay.
That could have worked. That could work.
Awesome.
Could have been awesome. Look, is it a lot of engineering that I don't know how to do? Yes.
But
they
no,
made other shit happen.
But what about Space 220?
Oh, no. It's
Epcot.
Space 220 in Epcot, you're eating in
Space station,
Yes,
essentially.
Space station. But I feel like it's probably the same.
They could have made it happen.
They could have made it happen.
Cloud City.
Why don't you say Hoth? Why don't you see just name Endor? Why don't you name...
Well, that's the thing. I think you got to have fucking Ewoks.
Also, by the way, where I love Star Wars, I'm like, what's the one where the cantina is? And I can't remember the name of the desert planet that we all love.
Mos Eisley? Is that...
That's the cantina, right?
We've had a discussion about this. What do you think Jabba's dick looks like? And where is it? And where is it?
I do think it's something that probably comes out, right?
That's what I said.
Yeah,
it's
it's got to
like
come out.
Right?
Yeah.
Somebody we talked to thinks it's on the bottom, and that
you never see the bottom.
That he looks like a Hershey Kiss when he fucks.
Oh God.
Like a sideways Hershey Kiss. But
I like that. I should say I like.
But it's an interesting idea.
It's an interesting idea.
But and what do you think it looks like?
I think that he's big, so I'm sure. I don't want to say that Jabba has a big dick because I don't believe it. But
he has big dick energy, but like, does he have a big dick?
Is it corkscrew?
I think it might be corkscrew.
Yeah.
He is very.
He locks in.
Yeah, he locks in. I think he locks in.
And but wait a minute, but it's not coming out like, okay, for looking at Jabba, classic Jabba, like.
Do you give us one scorpion ball? I think we can figure this out. Of what
we're gonna be drawing it in about 20 minutes.
Are you guys in the mood for a scorpion bowl? Can we do it?
Yeah, we're gonna do it. I can do it. Are you accusing me of being too drunk for a scorpion bowl?
I was not.
That's the thing.
If you have a ride home, I don't accuse anyone of being too
I'm
drunk.
of sound mind, but I'm telling you, I lose my speech very quickly. Okay, I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Let's do it. We'll be okay.
We'll be fine.
It will probably end the night, but it's good.
Yeah. So you grew up in Boston area, you said?
I grew up just south of Boston, in Quincy, Massachusetts.
Did you go to a theme park out there?
There was a place called.
I just wanted to lean in and say, you guys are awesome. We listen to the podcast. We love it.
Oh, hell yeah, that's awesome. That's so cool.
I've been trying to wait for a pause in the miking.
Thank you.
So anyway, just wanted to say, enjoy the podcast.
Thank you.
Really? Wait a minute, you listened to our podcast? I missed
Actually,
something.
total fans.
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. What was your name?
I'm Joe.
Dave.
Dave,
Yeah.
Joe, you're getting the show notes.
Corey.
Since we come back.
This is
Nice to
incredible.
meet you.
I'm Mitch. Nice to meet you. I'm the guest today. Yeah, nice to
So
meet you.
what's your claim to fame? Why are you the guest?
I do a podcast called Doughboys, which is a fast food.
I totally listen to Doughboy.
no way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's great. It's like podcast time over here. That's great. That's awesome.
So much for coming over.
Yeah.
Everybody. I'm- Oh God.
Oh, yeah, they probably
When I fuck my wife tonight, I'm gonna think of crazy Uncle Joe.
This might be the night she's done.
Oh my God. You don't fucking get it. You don't fucking get it.
I loved that. That was a great interaction. He was cool as hell.
Crazy Uncle Joe fucking
Crazy
came
Uncle
up to.
rules.
I thought he came up not for me. I thought he came up to see what the fuck we were doing and why we had mics.
There was a part of me that thought he was going to tell us to be quiet when he came over.
Holy shit.
But he did not. He was very kind and liked the show.
Wow.
Which you were shitting on the show, by the way, for listeners.
But you shit
Dave
on
was
your
shit-
show. You
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
on
yeah.
your
No,
show.
our show is bad.
All podcasts are bad.
All podcasts are bad to an extent, but he was a fan. He genuinely liked the show, and he came over, and I love it because also that's funny to have your recording space be a place where people can be all the time.
Good
what a,
God.
What a
come
change.
come to the Tonga Hut. Feel good about yourself.
I need a drink that's lit on fire.
Oh no.
Fuck.
It's okay. Look, I started the night with a spill. It's very unwieldy. This is a very funny last drink.
I mean, this is intense.
This is a lot. Okay, I'm just saying this. I'm gonna try to in all the chaos here. We got a scorpion bowl.
Right on
It was,
your lap.
no. It was a perfect spill, I think. I'm just gonna say this. You did me a favor for when I piss myself later after drinking this.
You're good.
I'm good to go. This looks fantastic.
I was distracted because she had put the maraschino cherries in the orange slices to make them look like Mickey Mouse. And that's what I was focusing
That's
on
pretty
when I
fucking
was
good.
walking over, and then I just threw it at you. But look how full this was.
And also now looking at it, I am like, I drank this with a bunch of Quincy guys. This is a lot for the three.
This is a big drink.
It's a lot. It is a lot. We're sitting here where we're looking at the scorpion bowl.
And we're just watching the blue flame burn.
The blue flame is burning and it's going for a while. So I'm guessing that's 151.
151 on a sugar cube.
Yeah. It's sugar cube and a lemon.
She did light it with her finger, though. And then she poured the cinnamon on it, which made it spark.
This looks great.
I came in and I thought I heard you say Allspark. Did you say the Allspark?
This is the Allspark.
What is this, Transformers ride?
No, that's what I thought I heard you say. The Allspark.
We're told the Allspark is at the bottom of this drink. We
Thank
were just
you.
saying that it looks so good.
What are we looking at? We're looking
So
at...
I want to give an update because we haven't been all together and everything was chaotic
Yes.
before, but a man came up to our table. His name was Crazy Uncle Joe, and he likes your podcast. So I want to just get that
Yes.
out of the way.
Mitch, at what point do we tell you that we paid them to come up and... Okay. All right, so now we're drinking this big ass fucking Scorpion Bowl. It's a big giant clamshell.
Here's what I have to say.
Okay.
For a Scorpion Bowl, this is good.
Yeah,
It's a good drink. It's like a gigantic drink, but it's very tasty.
I'm gonna paint this picture. We're looking at a giant clamshell.
It's huge.
It's huge. It takes up the entire table. We are looking at a whitish pineapple-y kind of color of a drink.
I'm trying to think of how many ounces this is total. I would say it's like
32?
I would say it's like
Estimate?
I would say honestly, I think it's like almost 200 ounces. I feel like it's huge. You could pour a 64-ounce drink into this, right?
Yeah, it's like it's two
It's
big
maybe
gulps.
100. It's
I
maybe
think it's two big gulps.
Let's
What's
ask Liz. I bet Liz
what's
knows.
a big gulp?
I bet this is 32.
I think it's bigger than 32. I think it's like 264 ounces. I think it's huge.
What's the ounces of this bad boy?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 21 ounces in there.
21 ounces.
I was saying like 120 ounces.
Liz is the best.
Wow.
Okay.
So to me, honestly, kind of deceiving. I thought that it was bigger than it is.
Well,
The
Maybe
clamshell
wrong.
is deceiving,
Yeah, it is. It is.
as it always is.
Did we rank the last drink? Did we give it?
no, we did. Okay, we didn't talk about the. Let's quickly talk about the last drink. I wound up liking it.
Me too, more than I would. But also, did we get a little tipsy?
That's
the rest we said.
but it did
think
its job.
Yeah.
I kind of loved it.
I think we ranked it.
We did, but I think
We said like
I think-
one. I never gave an official ranking.
I
I'm gonna
think-
say 2 out of 5 for me.
I-
Maybe 2.5.
I'm going my middle of the road 3 on a.
Sure.
I'm at 3.5.
I'm gonna go 2.5. I'm gonna do
Okay.
2.5. I liked it though.
I
It
love
wasn't
it.
Bad.
I love it.
I drink it again.
This one I'm gonna give. Can I score it or no?
Go for it. Yeah, of course.
For a Scorpion Bowl, it's fantastic. I think it's a 4.0.
Here's what you get in the Scorpion Bowl. You get orange juice, lemon juice, orgeat, Puerto Rican rum, and brandy.
I love it.
Okay. Brandy.
Brandy Alexander.
Okay, so over the years, Trader Vic modified his Scorpion several times, but this 1960s era version became the standard.
How is the drunk level of the guy?
drunk
Yeah,
level.
what's the face look like?
No, the face is look. He's not coming.
He's happy? Let me see it.
It's like a half nut.
Oh, he's about half there because he's got the one eyebrow.
Yeah.
He's getting there.
Which is good. I think that's exactly what we probably needed. I'm also eating the fruit in this, which I am enjoying.
I
It's
taste a
very
lot of-
tasty.
okay, I taste a lot of citrus.
It's very orangey, I would
It's
say.
very orangey.
but not in a
Agreed.
bad way. I don't think
No.
it's in a bad way.
What do you? I'm a 4 for sure. I think I'm a hardline 4. Could I go higher?
Okay.
Maybe. But
I'm
I
gonna-
wonder what you guys think.
I'm gonna go 3.75 because for me, I wish I tasted a little bit more booze. I wish it was a little bit boozier.
Isn't that the thing with Scorpion Bowls is that they sneak up on you? I mean, like,
Oh, that could be.
according to the book, it's not that bad. And it doesn't taste very boozy. But
No, I love it. I like the taste of it.
It's just pretty high up there for me because it's very palatable. You can taste the booze, but it's like thirst quench.
I don't know. I love that. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's
It's-
very orangey, like you said. There's a lot
It's
of
very
just-
orangey, but like in a good way.
If I'm rating it against the other drinks that we've had, it's higher. 3.75. Is that what I said before?
You said 3.75.
I'm gonna change my score to 3.75.
I think I give this
This
4.
is very different than a Doughboys.
No, we do the same bullshit. We're fools. Just like
I give this like a 4.25. I think this is quite good.
I think whenever you order like a large entree at a restaurant or something, whenever it's like a group thing, it's like, oh, it's more about the spectacle, but it also tastes good. Then you're like, wow,
Ooh.
this tastes good on top of being just like a showstopper.
I'll tell you what.
This tastes good.
I just got a lot of toasted cinnamon on that.
I'm gonna try to get some.
Okay, Mike, we do something called the Mai 5. Mai 5, high 5. It's just 5 questions that we normally are going to ask our
This is
guests.
so hard.
It's just 5.
Damn you.
But you got
five-
to
just-
answer it quick.
Just 5 questions. So, Corey, what is the first question on the My 5?
Favorite theme park of all time.
For me, this is like a very close tie between Epcot in Disney World and what's the Magic Kingdom in Disney World? Is it still Magic Kingdom?
Still Magic Kingdom, you know.
You think Magic Kingdom's better than Disneyland?
I do. Here's my thing about Disney World. I love the history of Disneyland, don't get me wrong. When you're in Disney World, you are in a different world. It is just that it's the facts.
He knows.
It just is how it is.
When you're on the property, you're
You're
in
there.
a different world. That's what I was trying
No,
to
but you
explain
can
to you
see
like
the
5
hotel.
weeks
You can
ago.
see the contemporary. You can
It
see
doesn't
No.
matter. It's all the same property.
I'm going to throw this back at him. When you go up to the top of the Guardians of the Galaxy ride in California Adventure, you see Anaheim. You're in Anaheim. In Disney World, you're in Disney World.
Once you enter the property, you are on
You're
the
on-
property. Which is what my issue is with Epic Universe at Universal. You're going off of the property to get to the new location.
Look, I love Disneyland. Don't get me wrong. I think
So do
Disneyland's
I.
great. It's
But
great.
you
It's
can
great.
see outside of it at
You can
points.
see outside of it.
And they do their best to enclose it.
Yeah, they do.
They
That's a
really
good
do their
job.
best.
All right, I'm not going to fight with it, guess. I'm not going to fight.
And look, the history side of it, I love it. But
There's
Disney. Look,
something
Walt
about-
Walt Disney would agree with us. He was like,
He was trying to make his own city.
he's trying to make his own city. And is it weird? Yes, probably.
But
And
there's
was he
something
anti-Semitic? Yes, a little bit. Is he a weird guy? Yes. There's a lot of shit about him that's bad. But was he trying to make his own city that I would have loved to go to
and live in.
and live in? Yeah, I think
There's
so.
something about driving onto the property, those 42 square miles,
Yes,
and you are just in it.
you're there. You're there.
All right, I'm not going to fight. I'm not going to fight. That's his
Why?
answer.
Why?
No, but that's his
My
answer.
question is, why are you the other way?
Why am I the other way? I think that Disneyland is just like so much thought and so much care and so much artistry has been put into that park. Everything is intentful. It's just a beautiful park. And
It reminds me of like when I see old Hollywood or something. I think that's cool. I
But
like all of that.
but then
But Disney World is so
Disney
good.
World, Disney World, like you walk through the Fantasyland of Disney World, and it looks like shit. It looks like they're small worlds.
You can say the same thing about Fantasyland or Tomorrowland in Disneyland, though.
You cannot say the same thing about Fantasyland and Disneyland.
Look at Buzz Lightyear.
Fantasyland and
Look
Disneyland.
at Buzz Lightyear in Tomorrowland.
Okay,
Peeling off, literally.
Tomorrowland.
It looks sunbaked.
It's horrible.
Oh,
looking.
Sunbaked is Florida, but Tomorrowland in both parks sucks. I think in both parks, Tomorrowland
It could
sucks.
use some.
I just, you know what I like? How pissed your dad is right now.
my dad.
Should we talk about Haunted Mansion?
Oh, I love that. Oh, which Haunted Mansion is better?
I would love to talk about Haunted Mansion.
Which Haunted Mansion do you like better? Which Haunted Mansion do you like?
What a surprise that the
which
guy
Haunted
in line
Mansion
at a
is
tiki
better?
bar has.
Yeah, Haunted Mansion, Disneyland.
Not worldwide. 'cause
Disneyland,
Dave
Disney
isn't
World.
no, though. Disney World.
Disney World.
What a surprise that the guy in line at a tiki bar is opinionated about the Haunted Mansion. Disneyland is your answer. Okay, that's fair.
Okay, but
Wow. All right, so he's a Disneyland hardliner.
I mean, we could get into like, there's lots of like,
Nuances with these
where
things.
did they put the Hatbox Ghost on Disney? We don't want to get into that with Mitch.
Well, the Hatbox Ghost had no business in Disney World. Moving on.
Okay.
Disney
All right, but
World is my answer
Okay,
probably
Disney-
for everything.
Because you are transported to a different
You're in a different
environment. It's
environment.
all encompassing.
I will say this. I think that Disneyland is at its best right there in New Orleans. I think that
I
is
agree.
the best of Disneyland.
New Orleans Square
Yes.
theming is
That's
Chef's
the best.
kiss.
I agree.
Yeah.
And you know why? Because it feels a little like Disney World. You feel lost in that
you
area.
can't see out of it.
You can't see out of it. You're
Yep.
there. Yeah.
I'm with you.
You can't see out of any part of Disneyland.
That's not true.
That is just not true. You know it's not
in
true. We're mad
Disneyland.
at you.
Where can you see out of? At Disneyland.
First of all, when you park and go to and you're driving over to the land and you're in downtown Disney, quote
It's
unquote,
very different than
it's
Fort
very, very
is.
different.
Wait,
You're in a swampland that is Disney.
This is blowing my
It's
mind. Where
The size
when you're
of
when you're
Manhattan
Yes,
when you're
it's
in
gigantic.
Florida.
I don't care. Okay,
They had to paint the backside of the buildings of Cars Land because the
we're
city.
not talking about DCA.
Why not?
We're talking about Disneyland.
Well, are we?
But
no,
why are
we're
we
talking.
But that's part of
you made me,
Disneyland.
no,
Why-
it's not.
why are we- why are
You
we
made
talking
me-
about DCA?
When we
Why not?
when you
It's part of Disneyland, and
It's
what
part
you
of-
can't
not,
see and what
it's
you
not
cannot
DCA.
see.
If you say what's your favorite park and I say Disneyland, does that include DCA? No.
I think that you're look, cracks are starting to show. You can't talk about DCA. Look, here the podcast, the Ride guys are going to be on your side. They love Disneyland. Disney World to me is you're in there. I'm in Disney.
Corey has never taken this. She's never taken this stance.
No, I have. I've been super honest with you about this. I love Disneyland. I love Disneyland. I think Disneyland's Magic Kingdom is better than Florida's Magic Kingdom.
But
I
that's what
will
we're
say
talking-
that.
But that's what we're talking about.
But
That's
I
what
will
wait a minute.
say as a resort.
Okay. I think. Wait a minute. I'm.
Walt Disney World is
I think we're talking
far
about the same thing.
superior.
I still will say that I like the Magic Kingdom of Disney in Florida World
Wait a minute.
more, but that's just because that's where I'm immersed.
When I say that Disneyland is better than Magic Kingdom, I'm just talking about Disneyland.
Not the resort in its
Not
whole.
the resort in the whole.
Okay.
I'm just talking. That's what I want. I want to
Okay,
backtrack.
okay.
Okay. I'm just.
That
talking
is
about,
different. That's
That's
different.
very different.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Wait a
Very
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That's
We're
different.
having an argument about nothing. I feel.
Well, look, we were bringing up California Adventure for this reason. We're saying like
No.
that to me is the Disneyland park.
I would not.
Agreed.
I would not.
Agreed.
No. Okay. I understand what you're saying now. I'm not looping in DCA.
So
Because
we're not talking about the Disneyland resort. We're talking about Disneyland versus Magic Kingdom.
I get now why you guys are friends. This is great.
I'm going to chalk this up to a big miscommunication.
That's fair. That's fair. Look, I'm just having fun that there was any sort of disagreement. I'm basking in this.
We
but
disagree. We
You fucking
disagree.
came in.
I told you I am the villain of the podcast. I want to say my answer, and I won't say where, is Magic Kingdom for number one.
That's your best part.
My best park is Magic
Okay.
Kingdom number one.
Magic Kingdom, Florida.
I accept that. It's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. I loved it. I love it.
I'm very nostalgic for Magic Kingdom, Florida.
I love it. I think it's
This
great.
is funny that this also was question one.
I know.
It was a 30-minute tangent.
I'm just thinking about
All right,
how
we're
the fuck I'm
moving
gonna
on.
edit that. I'm like, am
I
I
love
gonna edit that whole argument out?
people will love that argument. People will
Okay.
be very divided on it.
This
I'm
is gonna
sure.
be my two-parter episode, I think. Maybe.
Question 2. Have you ever been drunk at a theme park or like high or whatever and done something silly?
I've been drunk and high at a theme park, and you know what? I've never done anything really silly, so this will be a quick answer.
You didn't take your clothes off on
No,
Small
you seem
World
like a good
or-
boy.
I'm a good boy.
Yeah.
I'll follow the rules. I don't want to like draw too much attention. I'll do something funny to my group of friends, but I won't. I'm not gonna do anything that like gets us in trouble or gets us kicked out. A bee fell on my head in Disneyland, and I got stung on my finger. That's about the most chaos that's happened for me in Disneyland.
My friend Amber and I used to go to Disneyland often,
Yeah.
and she used to put bottles of Maker's Mark in her cleavage.
That
But you know how
rules.
they have like the red wax on them?
I'm not that far away from doing the same.
So we stopped
getting
doing
there.
it because it was so warm. It started melting into her cleavage. And like she was like, I don't know what to do now.
That's very good.
No.
For me, Daddy Disney, I'm not going to offend him. I'm going to do everything I got to do.
We're good boys.
I'm a good boy.
So one of our questions is, what do you geek out about?
You want to hear like the biggest thing I geek out about is like a new Mario game being announced would be like the biggest thing I geek out about. And that is like, I think people would maybe think for me Star Wars or something, but like, no,
Right.
that's, I love the Alien property too, the Aliens.
Ooh, shit.
Wait, I've got facts for you.
I love it. I like Aliens, and I like Alien 3, Fincher, even though it's like so-so. I think the Alien franchise, like pound for pound, is one of the more successful franchises if you take out Alien versus Predator, which
100%.
Resurrection's good. I like Prometheus.
Corey just did a deep dive on Alien this week.
That's why I was like, I could
Let
talk
me hear it.
about this.
I even
do
like
you wanna
Alien
know
Covenant.
Do you want to know some crazy facts?
Let me hear it.
Alien. Do you know how much Sigourney Weaver was paid for the original Alien?
I feel like I've heard this and it's bad, right? Of course.
Yes.
$150,000.
Less. 35.
Oh, she made bank on Aliens, right?
Right, that's-
Yeah.
Aliens. Do you know what she made?
$1 million.
Correct.
Yeah.
Do you know what her stipulations to do Aliens was?
I do know this. She doesn't shoot a gun.
This
I'm
is my
telling you-
guy.
She doesn't shoot a gun. There was like a weird thing, like eventually she did all of them, right? Like she gives birth to an alien.
She said she would have sex with an
She had
alien.
sex with an alien.
She would not shoot a gun.
She would not shoot a gun. And then the last one, I'm not going to know. It's like similarly weird.
Yeah.
though.
But then James Cameron was like, how does $1 million sound to you? And she said, yeah, that's fine. I'll do whatever the fuck. Went into a deep dive about how interesting she is and like
She's awesome.
how many like crazy franchises she's been a part of.
And also, this makes me an angry nerd in many ways, because when people are like, we love Rey, or we love like these strong woman characters, I'm like, Ripley is that.
She's the
What
first
the
one.
fuck?
She literally was the
And also,
first
why
one.
are you remembering Ripley? She rules. And why are
You're 100%. I get behind that.
and she's a badass.
I literally have goosebumps because I remember it so fondly from being a young kid, watching Alien when I was far too young to be watching it,
Yes.
and how much of an effect she had on me.
She rules. She's
She
awesome.
ruled.
I'm ready for question 3, I
For
believe.
question 3. Okay. The question we normally ask is if you had to go to a restaurant and order one of everything on the menu and eat it, what restaurant would that be? Any restaurant in the world. And normally we don't ask this to somebody who just literally did that for a month.
For Taco Bell, and it's funny that my answer is the place we did before this, which is McDonald's.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, I think it would just be McDonald's.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that sucks. Oh, you know what? Wendy's
doesn't-
is maybe close.
It doesn't suck. Every single person that we've talked to
Fast food.
comes back to
It's a fast food
it's
chain.
like it's like comfort fast food chain.
Yep.
So
What's your go-to McDonald's order?
I do a Big Mac meal, large with a Coke.
Nice.
I mean, I try not to do it as much anymore.
Why is McDonald's Coke so much better than any other Coke?
You know what? There is a reason for it. There's canisters that they keep the syrup in,
Okay.
unlike any other fast food place, which are silver, like metal canisters that like keep it cooler and keep it fresher. There is like
a real
a
reason.
legit reason that it is better.
I love McDonald's. On the 50th episode of this show, I'm going to eat 50 nuggets. I love
In 50 minutes.
I love
You think
McNuggets.
you can do it?
Easy. And they just had spicy nuggets. McNuggets came back.
Let me
And
tell you, someone who tried to do that.
I know.
Gaber's ate 62 of them. It is hard.
Here's what I think about that. I think that if you didn't have to eat one nugget per minute, I think that the time actually worked against you. I think that if you're able to just then you would be fine. But the fact that you had to slow yourself down, I think makes it more difficult.
You're saying eating a 10-piece in 5 minutes is like the better way to do it. I agree with that.
I agree 100%.
He's not going to be able to do.
I kind of agree. It's gonna be hard.
I could do it right now. I could honestly do it right now.
It's
I can't wait.
it's hard.
I can't wait for the 50th episode.
You might fail.
I used to work for a traveling Ronald McDonald we went to the inner city of Baltimore and did magic shows.
You worked for Ronald. You worked for.
I worked for a Ronald McDonald in Baltimore,
Wow.
and I had to dress up like fucking Grimace and do a Grimace dance party, with the inner city Baltimore youth. We got to finish up.
Was that question 3 we did?
Okay. Wait a minute. That might have been
We
question
might have
5.
done all of
We
them.
might have done.
No, that's not possible.
Yeah, it is. Your go-to drink we know is a Mai Tai.
My
Yeah.
time. Yep.
Okay.
That's fair.
Favorite theme park? Ever been drunk at a theme park?
2,
Go-to drink order.
3. Okay.
What do you geek out about?
Okay, Mario.
And the restaurant order.
5.
Okay.
We did.
All right, let's take it home. How are we feeling about the Scorpion Bowl? Everybody likes the Scorpion
I
Bowl.
It
love
was really good.
Scorpion Bowl.
Scorpion Bowl is good.
The Scorpion Bowl is 4.75.
Oh, shit.
I love it.
It's
I love it. That's good. It's very good.
All right, 4.75,
Maybe we'll go out to a 4.5. I like it.
4.5. I'd go 4.25 because I wish it had a little bit more booze. I wish I felt it a little bit more.
Thank you, Mike, for joining us.
Mike, thank you. Honestly, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
To all the listeners out here, come up to the Tonga Hut and come see these guys record this live.
And also, like and subscribe to
Like and subscribe. Oh,
Yeah.
I was going to say to yours podcast. Sure, Dope Boys.
Well, you guys-
It's Doughboy. Yeah.
fine.
Do you have anything else going on? What's going on?
Twisted Metal's on Peacock. That's kind of it right now. Manifesto with Bug Main
Okay.
on April. It's in April 23rd or something. And yeah, Doughboys podcast, Doughboys Patreon, which is the Doughboys Double.
We love you so much.
Thank you for having
Yeah,
me.
Seriously,
you.
Thank you,
it's
guys.
been a fucking delight.
was an honor.
This was.
God bless you. Good luck in doing the rest of the Grog Log.
Thank
It
you.
seems
Wait a
like
minute.
nightmare.
Actually, I have a question. I would say you're one of 2 podcasts that I listen to.
Wow.
Seriously.
Thank
I listen to Doughboys every week religiously. I don't know. was part of the
Inspires
reason why
us.
we do what
man,
we do.
thank you. Well, that's very kind.
I think it's the best.
You gotta get Wise on here. You gotta get Weiger as a
We
guest.
will. We will get Weiger on. But as fledgling podcasters, other than don't do it, do you have any advice for us?
I do, and you know what? The advice is not going to be what you like.
Okay.
It's to stay consistent with it.
Yeah.
Release every week. That is people expect it to be released on a day. So stay consistent and just love what you do. I know that already. So like Nick and I genuinely love fast food, and we stayed consistent with it, and that we released episodes every week on Thursdays or whatever. And that's the same thing for you guys. Just
Keep up.
keep up.
Yeah. We
That's
love
it.
this. We love Tiki. We love the theme parks.
That will shine through. And you know what? With Crazy Uncle Joe and a couple other people, it's shining through today.
I enjoy doing this. I'm going to still do it. We got to get our names on the fucking wall.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to send this home. We're going to pay some bills, and we'll wrap this up.
Until next time.
Until next time. Thank you very much again.
having
me.
you.
Yeah, thank you
Appreciate
guys.
it. Okay.
Mahalo.
Bye.
Hello. See ya.
That's our show this week. Thank you so much again for joining us. And thanks again to the incredible Mike Mitchell. You can find Mike on his weekly podcast, Doughboys. This episode literally could have been 3 times as long as it was. I had to cut so much great stuff out. But if you're interested in hearing an unedited version or a longer version of this, let us know, because we're going to have a Patreon sometime soon, and this is the type of stuff that we might include on it. Also, one more big thank you and huge shout out to Crazy Uncle Joe, who completely made a great night even better by coming up and introducing himself and telling us that he's a fan of the show. But if you don't live in Los Angeles and you can't come up and introduce yourself to us at the Tonga Hut, you know how you can find us. It's at My Time the Podcast on Instagram. Our email is mytimethepodcast@gmail.com. You can call us at 559-WE-DRUNK, which is 559-933-7865, and leave a message with your drinking tips, grog log advice, or favorite way you toast your friends. If we used it on the show, we'll send you a sticker. And please rate and review the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Until next week, for Corey, I'm Dave. Mahalo. Bye.